Extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. 60 yards. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Cousins. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
To throw, Cousins.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20.
Robinson up the middle.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins going to change it up. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. As Stroud now to throw.
He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards.
And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins now from the 50.
Looking deep here for Mooney.
Here's a diving catch right side. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McLeod, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Inside handoff to Mixon. Skirts by him at the 35. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here we go.
Mixon. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
19 yards there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw is Cousins.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's 3rd and 10.
Listen to me. Gun.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Take Dell.
41 yards.
And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Boy, that went straight out of bounds, and that will set the return team up in the red zone already.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control.